Hey, everyone. It's pouring rain here in LA tonight, which feels incredibly fitting for the absolute storm brewing on our screens. Today, we are diving into the jaw-dropping news of Steffi losing absolutely everything. Her co-CEO title, the Cliff House, and now Liam coming for custody of Kelly. Let's get into this mess. Okay, so I've been thinking about this, and my brain is just spinning. Ridge actually did it. He actually appointed Brooke as co-CEO. Wait, no, let me back up. We all knew Hope was pushing for this, right? Hope was whispering in Brooke's ear, plotting this whole corporate coup because Steffi shelved Hope for the future. But I didn't think Ridge would actually cave. I mean, it's Ridge. He always flip-flops. But this time he pulled the trigger and basically demoted his own daughter. And Steffi? Well, Steffi completely lost her mind, which, is understandable. Or maybe not. I don't know. The whole thing is just weird. Really weird. I stay up too late analyzing Ridge's paternal complex, but this is a new level of betrayal even for him. Basically, Steffi refused to accept the demotion. She just straight up quit, resigned in this massive, screaming fit of rage. Actually, wait, rage doesn't even cover it. It was a full-on psychological meltdown right there in the Forrester Creations executive office. I remember thinking, is this the end of Steffi's era? She was screaming at Ridge, screaming at Brooke. Brooke probably had that smug little smile, you know the one. But then again, maybe Brooke was actually shocked? No, Brooke definitely loved it. Anyway, the point is, wait, what was the point? Oh right, Steffi quitting. She thought she was doing this ultimate power move, you can't fire me, I quit, energy. But she didn't read the fine print. Who doesn't read the fine print? Okay, here's what's bugging me. The Cliff House. There's this old contract clause. I think it was from when the property was transferred or tied to her executive compensation. Or maybe it was episode 12 or 13, somewhere around there, when they were discussing Forrester real estate assets. Anyway, this clause basically says if she severs her employment or breaches her executive contract under specific hostile terms, the property reverts or she loses ownership rights. I mean, not exactly, but kind of. It's a real estate loophole that makes zero sense in the real world, but makes perfect soap sense. So now, Steffi doesn't just lose her job, she loses her home. The Cliff House. The place with the weird wind chimes and the memories of 1,000 Liam waffling moments and Finn's romantic gestures. She's just kicked out. Penniless. Well, soap opera penniless, which means she probably still has designer clothes, but no liquid assets to her name because everything was tied up in the company trust that she just breached. So now Steffi is spiraling. And I mean spiraling hard. Because her whole identity is tied to being the Forrester matriarch in training, the CEO, the boss who tells Hope what to do. Without that, who is she? I was trying to deconstruct her psychological framework last night at 3 a.m., and I realized Steffi has never actually hit this specific kind of rock bottom. She's been addicted to painkillers, yeah, but she always had her status. Now she has no income, no house, no title. It's like her entire ego architecture just collapsed. And you'd think Finn would be able to fix this, but Finn is just Finn. He's probably standing there looking confused. Or maybe not. Actually, where's Finn in all this? Probably at the hospital, completely oblivious to his wife becoming homeless. But the real issue is Kelly. Let's talk about Liam. Liam Spencer. Okay, I know, I just said the opposite in a previous video about Liam being a terrible father. But hear me out. Liam actually has a point here. Wait, did I just say Liam has a point? Gosh. But seriously, Liam has been watching this explosive feud between Steffi and Hope for weeks. He gave that massive speech defending Hope, and Steffi has been acting completely unhinged. So when Steffi loses her house and her job and is screaming like a banshee at the office, Liam panics. He files for emergency custody of Kelly. And honestly, I kind of get it. Kelly is a smart kid. She picks up on everything. She's been caught in the middle of this co-parenting crisis, and now her mom is essentially homeless and having a nervous breakdown. The custody filing. This is where it gets really dark. Liam doesn't just ask for Kelly. He brings receipts. In court, he presents evidence of Steffi's psychological instability. He specifically uses the footage or audio, or maybe just witness testimony from Carter or someone, of Steffi screaming at the FC office during her resignation. Liam uses that against her. It's brutal, like really brutal. He's weaponizing her workplace breakdown to take her child. Is it protective parenting, or is it Liam being a vindictive ex because Steffi delayed Hope's line and he's using this as payback? I keep going back and forth on this. I mean, Liam was just fighting with Steffi over Hope joining Logan Designs. Is this his way of winning the ultimate argument? And this brings us to Steffi's horrific realization. She's sitting there in court, or wherever she gets served the papers, and it hits her. She lost her career. She lost her home. And now she's about to lose her daughter. It's a complete systemic failure of her life. I was analyzing this and thinking about how Steffi's arrogance literally paved the way for this. She was so smug when she shelved Hope for the future. She told Hope, "I'm the boss, deal with it." She told Ridge, "Brooke will never have my job." She dug her heels in so deep that when the ground gave way, she fell into an absolute abyss. But then again, doesn't Ridge bear some responsibility here? Okay, wait. Let me back up and talk about Ridge for a second. Ridge is the catalyst for all of this. He was caught in the middle, sure. Carter warned him. Carter literally gave him a severe warning that this Logan Forster war was going to destroy everything. But Ridge, in his infinite wisdom, decides to appease Brooke. Why? Because Hope threatened to leave for Logan Designs? Because Brooke manipulated him? I don't know. Ridge's motivations are always basically just whatever woman is currently standing closest to him. He demoted his own daughter. Did he know about the Cliff House clause? Probably not. Ridge doesn't read contracts. That's what Carter is for. But wait, if Carter knew, why didn't Carter warn Steffi? Or maybe Carter did warn her, and Steffi was too enraged to listen. Probably doesn't matter, but I noticed Carter looked really exhausted lately, like he's just done with all these rich people destroying their own lives. And what about Brooke and Hope? They basically orchestrated this. Hope admitted to Liam she wasn't ready to leave FC, so she counted on Brooke to stage a corporate coup. It worked. Brooke is co-CEO. Hope gets her line back, probably. But at what cost? They essentially destroyed Steffi's life. I mean, Steffi destroyed her own life by overreacting, but Brooke and Hope lit the match. I wonder if Hope feels guilty? Will she look at Steffi losing Kelly and think, I went too far? Or will she think, karma's a bitch, Steffi? I sort of lean towards the karma thing, given how Steffi treated her. But then again, Hope is supposed to be the moral compass, right? Or maybe not. I don't know. Hope has been acting pretty unhinged herself lately. But going back to Liam, I can't stop thinking about Liam's hypocrisy. He's using Steffi's instability to take Kelly, but let's not forget Liam's own history of instability. Remember when he hit his head and thought he was someone else? Or when he waffles back and forth and destroys homes? But the court doesn't care about that. The court cares about the current situation. And currently, Steffi has no income and no permanent residence. Wait, no, she has Forster shares, right? She has to have money. But maybe her assets are frozen because of the contract breach? This is where the soap opera legal system completely confuses me. I'm trying to apply logic to a universe where people come back from the dead. What was I saying? Oh, right, Liam. Liam's sitting there in his little suit, looking all concerned. He always does that concerned eyebrow furrow thing. You know exactly what I'm talking about. He probably thinks he's the hero saving Kelly from the big bad, unstable Steffi. The real victim here is Kelly. Kelly is used to Liam and Steffi getting along. They had this peaceful co-parenting dynamic for so long. And now, Kelly is watching her mother unravel. If Liam takes Kelly, how does that affect Kelly's relationship with Hayes? And Finn? Finn is Kelly's stepdad. Does Finn get visitation? Does Liam ban Finn from seeing Kelly because Finn is tied to Steffi's chaos? Honestly, Finn is probably too busy dealing with Sheila resurfacing during May sweeps to even fight Liam. Because we know Sheila is lurking around, plotting to sabotage Deacon and Taylor. Which, wait, if Taylor is busy with Deacon and Sheila, she doesn't even know her daughter Steffi is losing her child. Actually, no. First, I should mention Taylor. Whereas Taylor, while Steffy is losing everything. Taylor is off in her little blissful bubble with Deacon, completely oblivious to the fact that her daughter is homeless and fighting a custody battle. Steffy fought so hard to protect Taylor from Sheila. Steffy literally slapped Sheila to protect Taylor. And now, when Steffy needs her mom the most, Taylor is distracted by Deacon. The psychological damage this is going to do to Steffy's mommy issues. It's profound. I could write a whole thesis on Steffy's abandonment trauma right now. Ridge abandoned her for Brooke again. Taylor is distracted by Deacon. Liam is taking her daughter. Steffy is completely, utterly alone. It's weird. Like really weird. The whole thing is just weird. Steffy went from being the most powerful woman in Los Angeles to having absolutely nothing in the span of, what, a few episodes? Her resignation was supposed to be a triumph. She thought Ridge would beg her to stay. She thought the company would collapse without her. Instead, the company just moved on. Brooke sat in her chair. The Cliff House locks were changed. Liam took Kelly. It's a masterful deconstruction of a soap opera heroine. Or villain. Is Steffy the villain here? I keep changing my mind mid-thought. Sometimes I think she deserves it for being so dictatorial, but then I see her crying in the courtroom, and I'm like, no, wait, she's a victim of the Logans again. I was rewatching that scene where Steffy screamed at Ridge. The veins in her neck were popping. She knocked over some fashion sketches. She looked completely out of her mind. And Liam using that specific moment in court. It's just so calculated. Liam isn't usually calculated. He's usually just reactive. So who gave him the idea? Did Hope tell him to do it? Did Bill Spencer tell him to strike while Steffy is weak? Bill hates the Forresters right now because of the whole Eric design theft drama with Katie. Maybe Bill funded Liam's emergency custody lawyers. Oh my God, that actually makes so much sense. Or maybe not. I'm just connecting dots that might not even be there. Probably doesn't matter, but I noticed Bill has been looking extra smug lately. Anyway, the point is... Wait, what was the point? All right, Steffy is at rock bottom. I don't know how she climbs out of this. Maybe she joins Katie and Bill at Logan Designs? Huh. Imagine Steffy working for Katie just to get revenge on Ridge and Brooke. That would be wild. But Steffy's pride would never allow it. She'd rather live in her car. Does she even have a car anymore? Did the company take her car too? My brain is moving faster than my typing right now. But this custody battle, it's going to get so ugly. Liam has the evidence. Steffy has nothing but her rage. And rage doesn't win in family court. So yeah, basically Steffy is screwed. Like, totally screwed. I'll probably have more thoughts on this tomorrow when I'm fully awake, but right now, I'm just stunned. The Forrester empire is crumbling, and Steffy...